Guacamole, guacamole.
Hi, welcome to Bangs Fitness. My name is Mark Bangs, and this is Food of the Week. This week's food is the avocado. Now, the word avocado comes from the Aztec word avocado, pardon the pronunciation. It means testicle, or tree of a testicle, which is a reference to the shape of the fruit, plus the fact they also hang in pairs like this. It's also similar to the Spanish word abogado, which means lawyer. So I guess that's an indication of what they think of their lawyers, perhaps. This is a medium avocado, which weighs in the region of about 200 grams. A typical portion, I would say, would be, you'd eat half the thing. You'd be looking at 100 grams per portion, which equals 160 calories. Now, you're also looking at 7 grams of fibre, about a quarter of which is soluble fibre, which, that's fantastic, helps to keep one regular, which is always a good thing. 15 grams of fat, which is mostly monounsaturated fat. Now that's great, it helps to balance LDL and HDL cholesterol. Now I'm going to do an episode on cholesterol at some point, so I won't go into that any further. What I will say though is that avocado is a fantastic source of potassium. Now, I know bananas are known to be a very good source of potassium. A medium banana contains in the region of about 400 or 500 milligrams, whereas this humble avocado contains a whopping 900 milligrams of potassium. Potassium is essential for neural health, nerve and brain function, cell membrane function. It's also very important in maintaining fluid and electrolyte balance in the body. Now, another interesting thing about avocados is that they're known to contain bromocriptine. Now, bromocriptine is what gives avocado its supposed aphrodisiac effect. Now, it's argued that this may have something to do with the shape, in the same way that bananas are known to be an aphrodisiac, particularly for women. Now, that's debatable. I don't know. Apparently, if it does have an aphrodisiac effect, it would be the bromocriptine. Now, bromocriptine has a host of other benefits. For example, helps with female infertility. And last year, bromocriptine mesylate was actually approved by the FDA for treatment of type 2 diabetes, making avocado an awesome food for diabetics or anybody with insulin management issues. Now, diabetes, obesity is rampant in my family. My father and my uncle were both diabetic, and I wish they would have known about avocado because it's clearly a great preventative measure, especially when you consider disregarding the bromocriptine, you consider the low glycemic load, the monounsaturated fat content. Is great. It helps to slow gastric emptying, slow the release of the nutrients into the bloodstream, not only from the avocado itself, but from whatever food you consume it with. So if you were to have it with a salad, for example, some lettuce, cucumber, typical things, you're getting a ton of fibre, water, plus the healthy fats. Gives a slow, sustained release of nutrients into the bloodstream, which is fantastic, which is exactly what you want if you're trying to avoid, wild swings in insulin levels and blood sugar levels. Now, as I said, I would typically use half an avocado at a time, and you can preserve the other half by sprinkling lemon or lime juice on it. Leave the seed in there, and sprinkle lemon or lime juice on there, and this will prevent it from turning brown. Obviously, you want to keep it in an airtight container as well. Now, bear in mind, the avocado is an awesome food. It's got a ton of health benefits, but it is just one food. The key to great health and great physique is variety and moderation. There's no single food that is the end-all be-all, but avocado, as with many other foods, is definitely a worthwhile inclusion in the diet. And another thing to remember is that the individual compounds in a food, the vitamins, minerals, in the case of avocado, things like the bromocriptine or the monounsaturated fats, while they may have benefits in their own right, you often find that a lot of food don't contain the right quantities or even the right types of the nutrients. So don't ever think that any one food is going to work miracles. Avocado is not a diabetes cure, and it's definitely not a replacement for Viagra either. But that having been said, it is, at the very least, it's yum, it's absolutely delicious, and it's a great addition to salads, salsas, shakes, spreads, or simply scooped and scoffed with a spoon. Now I've included a recipe underneath, so give it a try. It's for a delicious shake. I drink it quite often actually. Yeah, give it a try. Tell me what you think. Leave some comments. Really appreciate your feedback. So yeah, that's it. This is the Humble Avocado signing off. Goodbye.
This is the story of guacamole.